Okay, so I'm thinking we need to do something really fun for our people.
Yeah, like outside entertainment, we have a little bit of a budget for that.
Yeah, but we can't bring anybody outside because everything's shut down.
Oh yeah, I'm on quarantine. Who do we know? Who do we know?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, please prepare yourselves for a marvelous experience. Please give a big round of applause for Joe!
Hey everybody, thanks for being here. I want to thank all of you for being here today. I know that you look over here and you see this and maybe you're thinking to yourself, man, we must be living in the latter days. But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't really bring this in for that reason. I was really happy to bring this step ladder in and have this with me today. You know, I never knew my real ladder, and so I'm really happy that you can be here with me today. Listen, I'm with you. I'm working on some new advertising for my tricks. I think this kind of says it all, fun and magic, some wacky stuff presented to amaze and amuse. From 2 to 102. That's a little bit wordy. There was a little bit too much to put on my business card, so I thought maybe if I just pared it down a little bit, we still get the idea. Fun and magic, some wacky stuff in a fabulous show for all ages, really communicates what we're trying to say, but I don't really think it cuts to the heart of who I am, what I do. Maybe this helps us a little bit. Wild magic, tricky stuff, fabulous for all ages. Still a little bit wordy, doesn't fit on that business card. I think really this kind of cuts to the essence really of who I am and why I'm doing this. So just bear that in mind as we have an opportunity to continue. Hey, listen, when I tell people that I do tricks, a lot of times what they'll say is, hey Joe, can you pull a rabbit out of a hat? Maybe not today, maybe you won't say that, but a lot of times someone in the crowd will say, can you pull a rabbit out of a hat? The thing is, I know you probably like to see that trick, but I don't do it. If I ever learn it, I'll come back and I'll do it for you. But I do have two sounds I want you to listen for just to keep yourselves under control a little bit, and so this thing will move along smoothly. This is the horn of silence. If you get a little out of control today, I'm going to honk the horn. You might get a little rastafidious, a little rambunctious. In a church setting, a lot of times people might get to feeling Leviticusly Deuteronomous. I don't know. And so what happens is, when you hear the horn, it just means quiet down, bring it under control. The other sound I want you to listen for is what I call the bell of cheap applause. Thank you. Anytime you hear that bell, that's all you need. Thank you. Anytime that bell rings, I'm going to just thank you. You are so generous. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, really, we have so much time and so little to do. Let's get on with it. Many times when I tell people that I do tricks, they will say, can you pull a rabbit out of a hat? And of course the answer is no, but I do have two rabbits. They travel with me. I keep them in these boxes. I have a blue box with black markings. I have a blue box with white markings. Now, inside the blue box with black markings, you might expect to find the black rabbit, and there he is. Yes, indeed. Inside the blue box with the white markings, you would expect to find the white rabbit. Correct, and that's where he is. He's hanging out. Now, we're going to do a little trick. I'm going to count to 3, and wherever you happen to be, just clap your hands one time. I don't need these glasses. I've already seen this trick many times. So anywhere you happen to be, if you will clap your hands one time, the rabbits are going to switch boxes. This is called the amazing transmogrification of rabbits routine. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to count to 3. You clap your hands one time, the rabbits will switch boxes. Are you ready? The correct answer is yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. With a clap of the hands, and if you did it correctly, yep, the white rabbit is over here, and the black rabbit has come over here. A round of applause. Thank you very much. Very much. I appreciate that. Now, the trick is only half over. Let's get them back where they started, and the trick will then be over. 1, 2, 3. With a clap of the hands, and if you did it correctly, you'll see the black rabbit has returned to his box, the white rabbit to his. And friends, that. Thank you. But I know what you're thinking. How does does he get his hair to stay like that, especially when it's humid? Well, I use some product and then I put some spray on it. But let's not worry about this hair. Let's worry about these hairs for just a moment, shall we? Let's make the trick just a little bit harder if we may. What if I moved this box over to this edge of the table and this box over to this edge of the table? Let's make sure they're the same distance apart. And it looks like they are. So, let's go ahead and try it again on the count of 3. I'm not going to touch them. In fact, at no time during the performing of this trick will my fingers leave the ends of my hands. Watch carefully. A 1, 2, 3, with a clap of the hands. And if we did it correctly, indeed, the white rabbit has come over there, and the black rabbit. Beautifully done. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Now, it's usually at about this point in the trick that someone will say, show us, show us. That may not happen today, but maybe at home what you're doing is you're saying, show us, I can't hear you. So I'm going to leave it contingent upon someone here to yell, show us. You want me to show you that in fact the rabbits have switch boxes. The white rabbit has actually come to the black rabbit's box, the black rabbit to the white rabbit's box. And that is, my friends, a great trick. Now, the trick is only half over. Let's do this. Let's get them back where they started, and the trick will actually be over. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, with a clap of the hands, and if you did it correctly, the rabbits have returned safely to their boxes. And that is an amazing trick. Now, some of the guys out there are saying, how did he do it? Some of the women are saying, I already know how that trick works. Are you kind of thinking that? I did want to show this to you because a lot of times people will say, turn them around, let me see them. But it doesn't help. No matter if we turn them around, it really doesn't change the outcome of the trick at all. But if we're to turn them this way, I did want to show you that the red rabbit and the yellow rabbit actually show up to remind us of a very important truth that you learned in a song when you were a little kid, that Jesus loves the little children, doesn't he? All the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the children of the world. And friends, listen, you are somebody's child, and you are loved very much. God bless you, and have a great, great quarantine.
Hey, real quick, the first 5 people that can send me their favorite Joe Schmidt-esque dad joke will win a prize from Mary. Now, sadly, if you've already won twice, you're no longer eligible. Thanks for playing. Have a great weekend. And now we go live to Christina Shepard, field reporter.
Christina Shepard reporting from the field, and the field is still here.
Thank you, Christina. That was very insightful. Seems like you put a lot of hard work into that field report. Listen, we hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode of the Tom and Mary Show. Tune in next time for the Tom, Mary, and Christina Show.